song ends. Honestly, got this bad. I don't think you could have done any better than that. That was pretty darn awesome. But I want Team Now. Ice, you gotta do it. But people in hell can't have ice water. Oh, big rip. Okay, so in this game, Chance is in this game. That's pretty darn awesome, as well as Arcane Vixen, Cody J, not feeling so woo-woo, but Alicia Evane is new to the stream. Welcome. We can talk a little bit about some of these champions and what they play because we've seen them before, but a huge shout out to Team Athena showing up tonight. Kaminari. See, this is why I run through these players' names. What is this? Why? I'm just saying Stephanie. Okay, I get it. It's Stephanie backwards. I'm just calling them Stephanie. Doesn't really matter. Stephanie, Stanley, Got This Bad, and Coop, all new to the stream. Welcome. Glad you come out and play for Team Stream Event. Target ban Chance. I mean, Chance should get target ban.
They've done the research, because they've done the research on Chance.
Well, this is actually why I like the Discord page and being able to put all the teams into the Discord page, is so that teams could do that research. They could see what each other were going to be playing and get a little bit of warmed up. It makes games far more interesting when people are playing something that isn't their one trick than when they're playing it. Yeah, you see it's backwards. Oh, safety.
Just Stephanie.
So, I'm gonna cast from over here because you can't see my face. Yeah, safety is gonna be picking something up. I don't know what, but it's definitely not Stephanie, that's for sure. Yeah, got this.
Here, I'll do the same. Cool. We're both off screen.
Okay, we're just gonna cast.
My mic's still, I have on my headset, so they can still hear me fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
H-Hawk lock in. Alright.
Alright, come back. This is like last game, okay? The guy, the fifth player for Reeves' team
Applesauce?
was Applause. And for the first 20 minutes of the game, all I did was call him Applesauce. And I both felt bad, and also I kind of liked it. Okay. Safety, not Stephanie. You call her Safety, I call her Stephanie. Good deal. All right, we got Zinzao, Aatrox, and Lucian. Heavy AD team coming out of Team Athena, but there's still opportunities for them to pick AP, especially as they still have that mid laner to grab. We've got the Lovers duo coming up from Pauses Only. I'm actually shocked that they were able to grab those because that is their main champions. Cody and Arcane Vixen have played those champions so many times on the stream, and they are so good. Cody with those engages and Arcane Vixen following up. What I want to see is for Not Feeling So Woo to grab something tanky for the jungle, because otherwise this is a very squishy side on Pauses Only.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see what Team Athena decides to pick up as they're banning support. See what support they want to pick up. If they go, I'm expecting them to go for an aggressive lane because that's where Lucian can be really dominant into later game AD carries like Zion or Khan, or at least bot lanes like Zion or Khan. So I do like the two bans of Brahma and Leona to eliminate some of that pressure that Lucian can bring in the lane.
Absolutely.
And I do like the Akali pick early because you can just flex it. It could still be a top laner or a mid laner, and they're keeping that pick open for a counter pick. See what they pick mid. Sejuani locked in for Not Feeling So Uwu on Pauses Only.
You do that too. I like it.
Uwu.
Uwu. I love the Sejuani pick for this side of Pauses Only because she is that tanky front line, but has really good initiation with that ultimate, setting up for Rakan to follow up. And it also, if you're not doing a 5v5 fight, can be used to set up for that assassination by Akali. It's so much easier for Akali to get in, get the kill, get out, when you have that long-range stun available by Sejuani. Even a slow could be enough to set up Akali to grab the kill and then back away. But I'm really looking more towards those 5v5 team fights when Rakan charms up a bunch of people, Sejuani throws the ultimate into everybody, and it's just a big, massive AoE fest of spells.
Oh, and the Fizz lock in! So they have, I believe it's going to be Akali top. Let's see if that changes. Fizz lock in to counter the Veigar. I think Fizz can win that matchup. It's going to be rough early game. We'll see how it turns out. And Akali into Aatrox is an interesting one. It's probably tough for Aatrox to deal with, but they have two AP damage assassins in their two side lanes, so we'll see if Zin can put some pressure in those lanes and get those pushed up most of the time. Try and get some early turret gold in either of the 2 lanes, especially with the turret plating. Pick up some early gold for their team. Oh,
So,
I didn't see them.
yeah, we do have that AP coming out from the side of Team Athena, which is really what they needed because of so much AD. Otherwise, the Vigar and Morgana, both really nice picks for them, being able to throw that AP in. They don't have a really good tanky front line, but they do have Aatrox and Vigar, which both kind of make up for that a little bit in that you've got Aatrox who has that ultimate, so he basically has 2 lives, so he can kind of act as a front line, and then Vigar with the AoE stun that can be so impactful when it comes to those more tight-knit 5v5 fights. You really have to keep an eye out for it. It burns flashes very quickly, and that can kind of offset a fight, either stunning people up enough that Athena can rearrange and reposition for a fight that they want, or just generally cause pauses only to back off from the initial engage.
I think it's going to be interesting to see because most of Team Athena is fairly squishy. Aatrox becomes like a bruiser. Xin can become a bruiser, but most of the time he's fairly squishy. And then their backline is just one-shottable by both Fizz and Akali. So I'm interested to see in these team fights if not feeling so ooh can land the right Glacial Prism on the right target. They can just roll the fight by killing their backline or just straight up just tearing through their front line that they have.
Absolutely. All right, let's roll through the players and their champions. For the side of Team Athena, we've got Kaminari taking the Aatrox in the top lane. Safety, not Stephanie, taking Xin Zhao in the jungle. Stanley Yelnats 7 taking Vigar in the mid lane. Got This Bad with the Lucian in the carry role, and Coop with Morgana support. See, Got This Bad and Coop are so easy to say. Everyone else, change your name. Stanley's okay, but anyway, go ahead, Otter.
And for pauses only, Alicia Yvain playing Kali in the top lane, Not Feeling So Uwu playing Sejuani in the jungle, Chance playing Fizz in the mid lane, Arcane Vixen playing Xayah a carry role, and Cody J playing Rakan in the support role.
All right, I got to figure out which team I feel is going to be able to win it, and if I had to pick one, I think that it's pauses only, simply because having that Sejuani on the front line, but also having assassination from the Fizz and Akali, and also having skirmishing advantage to Xayah and Rakan really sets themselves up that no matter what situation they face, they have a pretty good composition for it. The one issue is, can they actually pull it off against things like a Lucian, a Morgana Spell Shield, or Xin Zhao engaging from out of nowhere?
I think pauses only is going to win. I want to disagree with you for stream banter's sakes, but I think
Okay.
pauses only has a better team. The one way I think that Athena wins this game is if Xin can get early ganks off and just snowball their lanes. Because if they snowball their lanes, there's not much that pauses only can do. They don't have wave clear. Their only wave clear is their AD carry, so they're not going to clear waves that quick. And they're just going to have to force team fights with Sejuani ulti and Rakan engage, which can work because a lot of them are really squishy. So we'll see what happens.
Athena wins late game is the belief from from the chat. Athena win condition is to snowball the jungle. I think that snowballing the jungle would be nice on Xin Zhao, but there are champions like Aatrox. If Aatrox goes 3-0 in lane, he's going to be a menace to deal with for the rest of the game. If you've got a Lucian who's able to pick up a couple kills early, his late game scaling is just going to be super, super nice as well. So I think that they don't even have to necessarily only win through the jungle, but as we've talked about, they got to win early. They do have the scaling Vigar. One of his tricks is that he's an AP champion that later stages of the game, he's going to be picking up an infinite amount of AP. So that's one small factor to keep in mind. He presses R, he can win the fight by just killing somebody, but the enemy team's Fizz can really make that a pain in the neck to deal with because Vigar's so squishy and Fizz can just output so much damage. Taking the electrocute just to slam that in a little bit harder, Fizz could just shut Vigar down so hard in the early game that it takes that 45 minutes for Vigar to actually come online, and by then pauses only might be already winning the game.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it ends up if they can snowball their lanes and just get them ahead. If you can get that Aatrox in the and ahead in the top lane and their bot lane with the Lucian Morgana ahead, they can do a lot of work in keeping the Xayah down from getting the gold she needs. But we will see.
We will see as we're getting ready for game number 2. Team Athena versus Pauses Only. We got the fancy graphic that I need to update. I do need to update that. And we are into the game. One of the things I love about running these team nights is the fact that, hey, everyone's already in the correct position, so I don't have to move everyone around. It makes it so much nicer. But, hey, I still love running custom games. I love being able to cast for anyone and everyone. We're just using this as preparatory work for eventually running our own team nights. And what I'm so excited about that is if we get those cross-league games where teams are coming from different leagues together. Whoa, early engage from Athena. Zins out, dashing in, forces the flash from the Akali. Ooh. And this is a top lane Akali too. I didn't even register that.
I don't know if you need a flash start, to be honest. I don't think I think Morgana used her Q early.
So we have a Akali in the top lane, who's flashed so early against Aatrox that even though he's been nerfed twice, is still considered one of the strongest early game champions. That is not good for Pause's Only top lane.
Akali's pretty good in Aatrox because you're kind of fine with being like, especially once she gets level 2 and has that Shroud, it's kind of hard for Aatrox to find where she's at. He doesn't do very well, so he just has to wait out the Shroud. So if Akali can just stay safe using the Shroud, I don't think he should be fine. Is Aatrox actually getting down the nerf? That's ridiculous. His win rate's dropped so much.
I think he is fairly balanced at this point, but it all depends on who he gets matched up into.
I mean, he's done really well in pro play.
Right, and this is probably why he's getting nerfed, is because pro play is going to be using a bit too much. Again, when you're 100% play ban in pro games, or close to that, you're going to get hit with that nerf hammer pretty hard.
Him and Urgot both had huge presence in pro play for top lane.
So as we start to see a little bit of early skirmishing, Dark Binding goes on to the Xayah in that bottom lane, but not too much happening. You gotta get the knockup. Wait, this is level 1 still. Coop taking a huge amount of damage, forced to flash. Ignite ticks her down. She's not gonna die. She's gonna stick around, but that flash being down makes it even easier for Rakan to get a second knockup.
Were you watching the bottom lane for that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is the Rakan getting the knockup.
At the same time, the top side, the Akali almost went down level 1 to the Aatrox. So
different fights.
I was like
across the map on both sides. Another Dark Binding out of the bottom lane. So nice from Coop. The Ignite's ticking down. They may be able to take out the Xayah early. She does flash, so should be able to live, but a massive amount of burst damage onto Rakan as well. This is actually winning from Team Athena against Lovers Duo, which is considered one of the strongest duos in that bottom lane. Chance also losing out in that mid lane, dropped to about half as well. Got this by continuing to harass out Cody J. Man, yeah, things.
That was good use of thumbs there for Xayah, at least, to not give over the first blood there.
Yeah, it could have been really bad.
It's down 10 CS.
Gonna find the Sejuani, go in. She's gonna get slowed down. They're both pretty good health-wise. Sejuani is getting chunked a bit. Oh, nice flash and using that board charge to get over the wall, so she will live. But shoved out of the jungle. I don't think she's too concerned. She already got that Scuttle Crab. Chance ignited in the mid lane. Wait, hold on. Is the Fizz gonna go down early? Forced to flash. Should be able to live, but man, Stanley making the moves around this Fizz.
Yeah, it was a good play. He does have the advantage in lane because he's got, until 6 at least, he's got the range advantage. But we'll see what happens. Ooh, has a slight CS lead in the jungle, but across the board, and the bottom lane's the big one to look at, as Xayah's only at 5 CS now.
Yeah, it's something to note, though, about that mid lane disadvantage for the Fizz is he's still picking up farm, though. 15 farm to what was originally, I believe, 8, now picked up down to about 10 as Vigar has backed, which means that despite Fizz losing his flash early on to the game, that Ignite is down on Vigar, and Fizz is going to have a pretty decent back. So,
Kali lost her flash early.
Terribly concerned.
Chance just used his flash in that last fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Despite Fizz losing his flash, he did take away the Ignite from the Vigar, which decreases up until level 6 that Vigar's kill pressure, making his life a little bit easier, and he can continue to pick up farm. Now almost 10 farm over the Vigar, who's coming into lane to pick up that wave. And so a slight gold edge for Pauses Only, mostly due to that farming, but still fairly even in gold across the board.
Oh, Fizz getting a nice damage on that electrocute. Oh, he uses the playful trickster.
Over the wall, beautiful moves by Chance. He wants the kill.
Oh.
He goes in for the ignite. Another dash. He's gonna sacrifice his own life over, making it a trade, but he gets first blood, and that is gold worth for himself. And that is a pretty nice move. Xin Zhao was right around the corner, though, unfortunately, making it even with a side of pauses only. But nice moves overall. Sejuani maybe trying to find a fight on the top side. Akali goes in about half health. Kamari is only at level 5, so there's no ultimate. Stunned up, but the chase does not continue from pauses only's top lane.
That was really clean play from the Akali. They're dodging 2 of the Qs from Aatrox. He just gets hit by 1, now let's say that. This bottom lane, though, from Team Athena.
Yeah.
Oh, get caught by
Another
Benny.
nice dark binding onto Cody J. He's going to be able to shield to escape for now. Safety coming in, looking for the engage. Doesn't burn the flash as it's already on cooldown to try to make that engage, but forcing them back is still pretty nice. Cody going to have to recall, leaving Xayah there alone.
Team Athena's doing a really good job in this bottom lane of keeping the lane, or using their lane management to keep the lane in their half, and just not allowing them to come forward for CS or XP. As Xayah's 15 to 38 currently. Oh, the chains get caught on Akali. She is 6 though. Uses the ulti out, gets a lot of damage. Aatrox is super low and finishes him off with the ultimate.
Yeah,
second charge.
Nice move from Akali. Has the shield as well from Sejuani, and so was able to make sure to get that kill and was able to get out alive as well. In the mid lane, Veigar, level 6, doesn't use the ultimate, just escapes underneath his own turret. Top hat penguin being thrown out by Chance, keeping it fun and interesting. 2 kills to 1 the scoreline, but even in gold, Stanley's still hanging around the mid lane despite only having 300 health. And okay, he does decide to recall. I was going to say 300 health against a Fizz with all of his cooldowns, well, especially as his ult just came
6,
up.
yeah.
This is not a wise idea, so he is going to recall. Play it safety, play it smart. Xin Zhao trying to move into the enemy team's jungle, decides to not go all the way in, but he may be caught out by the Fizz and Sejuani as the fight breaks out on the top side. Level 6 Akali avoids the chains from the Aatrox. Beautiful play, still in the shroud with that cool KDA skin. Get to see those neon colors. I am so happy that they made that change.
Yeah, it looks super nice. I'm kind of excited for the Prestige, even though I know I don't have enough tokens for it.
Oh, Rakan gonna miss the knockup. He tried to make a fancy engagement up the spot as Morgana was out and about, but not able to make the knockup, so immediately backing away. Xayah about to get her spells back, though, so should feel a little more comfortable if the fight breaks out.
Yeah, we'll see. Once they hit 6, they should be fine to be able to just do this. Although Zin's putting a lot of pressure, you see him hovering around this bottom side again. That lane is still pushed super far forward, so it's basically...
Oh, it's frozen at this point as Arcane Vixen is sitting at 30 farm and Lucian picking up 20 farm CS lead. I like those moves by Akali, though, using the spells to avoid the chains.
Order is
One of those big setups by Aatrox in that top side. As more please hosts me, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Plus, if you ever wanted to play, that gives you a bunch of stubs to guarantee yourself a spot with those stream passes. In the meantime, though, level 6 by Rakan finds the knockup on Morgana as he was initially caught out. Sejuani coming in as well. We'll see how this fight goes as Bad is forced to flash, but he's already locked up with Sejuani ultimate. He's going to go down. Cody J is actually the one who picks it up. Rakan having to flee the scene using that flash. Coop should follow as well. Can Arcane Vixen pick it up? He's got no man, but he's got flash, and that guarantees the kill. In the meantime, Xin Zhao ganks in the mid lane. Chance using playful trickster escape for now. Flashes as well, so a good flash burn in the mid lane. Athena, though, losing both bottom laners, really starting to struggle as Sejuani finds another good gank.
Yeah, we'll see. If Sejuani can keep these ganks up, it might just be really hard for Athena. That's good play there from them, from pause only, because they try and stabilize this bottom lane, bring it back towards their side, and keep getting some gold. Over to Xayah. Oh, his chance gets caught by ulti and Ignite. It took him down. It will. Ignite finishes him off the last tick, I believe.
That's that level 6 Veigar. Just throw out the
Primordial
ultimate.
Burst.
Yeah. So good. It's one of those GIPAs, you press R, you win a fight, especially in those 1v1s. Later on in the game, those things could change around. It's a low mana Veigar, but he's still going to be stepping forward, hitting that turret, trying to get that extra gold, poking it down. Not feeling so woo, able to clear out the minion wave. But yeah, a little bit of a trade back for Team Athena and easing up the gold overall.
I actually don't know what's happening to my camera. I'm so confused. Anyway, Cody J and is 6 They're both split in levels in this bottom lane. Oh, Zin's back down bottom lane.
Yeah, Safety trying to make another gank. Should have the room for the dash, and there's
Oh,
no
he
flash
needs the
available
knockout.
on the Zin Zhao. They've got the binding onto the Rakan. He's going to go down. We'll see if the Xayah wants to try to fight it out, but playing safe underneath the turret. In the meantime, Akali continuing to lose pressure on that top side, slowly being chunked down bit by bit, and eventually Aatrox will be strong enough that he's just going to dive her.
He might be able to if he can get her a little bit lower. She's gonna back. Doesn't have TP available, so Aatrox could get some good damage on this tower as well. Get some of that gold plating because it hasn't taken one of those yet.
It's still,
Oh,
though,
Zin's
look
gonna
at
try
the
and dive to that.
farm lead, 73 farm to 36. This Lucian has just been decimating by perfectly freezing the tower. Nice route, though, on to safety. Going to be forced to walk away from the turret. Rakan to engage. He's got the quickness. Nice knuckle onto Lucian. That's going to be a beautiful kill, unless he can make
on
the
the
trade.
back line.
At the very minimum, he is going to go down. Morgana falls. His chance finds a really good engage. Safety on the run. I believe the Fizz is just going to hop in. No reason why not to dive. Leaves his lane, picks up 2 kills, 3-2-0, and he's got a bounty on his head.
Good play from Chance coming in the backline, using that ulti on to the Morgana, and then cleaning up the last kill on to Xin, who was already chunked down from Arcane Vixen under the tower, as Stanley's gonna get in trouble, gets caught by the Glacial Prism, uses the flash and the wall, but it's not enough. Chance doing too much damage. 4-2-0 on this Fizz. Has 6 stacks now on his Dark Seal. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's feeling pretty good about himself. In the meantime, in the top lane, Aatrox may be able to find the kill. He's used the ultimate, but that's super darn early. Akali is back underneath the turret. The flash forward, flash for flash. No, that's the ultimate from the Akali to avoid that last hit by the Aatrox, or at least the CC from the Aatrox initial engage.
Aatrox is doing a lot of damage to Akali. Good using the ulti to escape, but I'm trading that, getting that flash out as well as the ultimate. We'll see if Sejuani can make a play top while that ult's down. It has fairly substantial cooldown, 144 seconds, sorry. We'll see how that goes. Akali has that 1 kill advantage, but is still down in CS and doesn't really have enough pressure, as Aatrox is just a pretty big lane bully, so do a lot of damage in that lane.
Cody J cleared out some vision on that bottom side, and I do gotta say that despite the bottom lane early game going for Team Athena's favor, especially with those nice dark bindings from the Morgana, the ultimate coming out from pauses only in that bottom lane has really kind of turned the tides, even though Xayah is still down 30 farm. Same thing said in the mid lane. As soon as Fizz got ultimate, he started roaming the map, making plays, and now has a 600 bounty on his head because of it. Oh, we'll see another engage. Those Xin Zhao comes and finds the Fizz. Playful Trickster super early. He should be able to get knocked up. I don't know if he'll be able to escape. He has no flash. He's trying to get to the blast cone, but he doesn't. And Safety able to pick him up with a little bit of help from Vigar as well.
He got assist because he put the box down just behind him, or as he went back through. Oh, the charm comes down on the bot lane.
Knock up charm onto Lucian. He should be going down. He can't make the trade. Oh my goodness, Arcane Vixen survives. That's the ultimate onto Coop as well. Sejuani nicely plays. Ooh, the flash actually means Cody lives, or Coop lives for now. Still goes down. Sejuani finds him with the Q.
The mid lane, Vigar and Xin have been wailing on this tower. They are gonna get it too. The first tower goes down to Team Athena with his Vigar and Xin in the mid lane. They're going to try and trade bot tower for it. It won't be first tower gold, but we'll get a tower in the meantime. Kali taking a lot of damage in these top lane fights, but still gets Aatrox down to half, so it's not too bad. Pretty good damage back, as it looks like Team Athena are going for the Rift Herald as well. So good play by them, picking up both mid tower, and if they can get this Rift Herald, as Sejuani's on the bot side, to trade back a turret. See if they can use this Rift Herald effectively after they pick it up, try and pick up 1, maybe 2 towers in either the bottom lane or top lane. They want to go for that, or just throw it down mid lane and go for it in him.
Another early win, Drake. Neither of these teams rushing it down, even with the bonuses that it gives. It's not on anyone's plate, as Akali using those abilities to escape once again, but it's a Rift Herald being spawned up here. This top lane turret just had the armor fall off as we're shortly past the 14-minute mark. That means that turret will be falling. Shelly gonna help finish it off. They're not gonna push Shelly into the second tier turret, especially with the Xayah and Rakan responding up there as well. So Shelly only gonna help guarantee one turret, but it's changing the goal back a little bit. Fizz ultimate in the mid lane, ignite onto the Vigar, and such good plays with the Playful Trickster to avoid the stun wall that Vigar's putting out. So nice by Chance.
Yeah, good play from Chance there. I think I would like to see better use of that Rift Herald from Safety and Team Athena. I think they could have gotten more out of it than just one top tier outer tower. But we're gonna see a lane swap from Vixen and Cody going to the top lane. They're going to try and answer that Herald. And might actually get quite a lot of damage or even take this tower as is coming down bot lane.
Yeah, not feeling, making a gank in the bottom lane once again, but this time it's onto the Aatrox. He starts the ultimate super early, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to be able to get himself out alive. Xin Zhao's trying to run up to respawn. The ultimate, they're waiting, and they don't get it in time, so he's going to be respawning, regenerating, still about half health. Here comes the Xin Zhao. Can he save his teammate in time? The sun comes through, but he's underneath the turret. He's living. Akali is not going to be living. As Safety picks up one. He's stunned up with the re-engage onto the Sejuani. He's going to flash forward to make sure that the slow goes down. She's going to slow herself, flashes away, and that is Sejuani living. But man, Safety showing up just in time.
Good play from Safety. A lot of damage on the Xin Zhao to trade back that fight. And I think they might have been able to wait out that ulti from the Aatrox, but I'm not exactly sure. We're going across the board. Still a big CS lead in that bottom lane for the Lucian over the Xayah, which she is 3-0-4 though. It has picked up that Storm Razor. So as far as items go, she's actually ahead, has the boots and one item completed, whereas Lucian only has the Bork and regular boots. He is sitting at 1,100 gold though, so he can complete his boots.
Ultimate from
Chance going in.
Not gonna land onto anybody, but he's still gonna dive in. He's kind of against three. Playful Trickster doesn't matter. He's still hit up on his own wall, and the ultimate from the Vigar guarantees the death on one. Root's not gonna come through. Nice slow as well from the Morgana. That is the Xayah falling, and Team Athena makes the plays. They're picking up 4. They're going into the mid lane. Pick up 3. Sorry, as Akali was recalling in the bottom lane, but that is full pressure down on the second tier turret in the mid lane. They've got another wave coming behind as well. That's probably at least one turret as Sejuani and Akali, the only 2 left up alive for pauses only.
That was a great play from Athena, finding a pick. A little over-aggression from Chance. I think he believed he could get that kill on Veigar by just popping him before anybody got a chance, but they didn't have people around to follow up on his engage. And then good bind from Coop to find Arcane Vixen, take out most of this team's damage in those 2 kills. Or just clean up from there as Akali was, Akali farming and then recalling in the bottom lane.
All the members of Pauses Only grouping towards that top side now, wanting to find a engage on the fleeing members of Athena. Baron not still spawning for a while. Go ahead.
They just picked up the shutdown gold that was on the Xayah, I believe, for the Aatrox.
And Chance. The Fizz had a huge shutdown gold as well. So that's a lot of gold back into the hands of Team Athena, actually giving themselves 1,500 gold lead. That's the first time they've taken over the gold lead this game, even though things have been fairly close overall. Could find a nice Stark Binding. We'll see if... Okay, Aatrox is just playing with the idea of engaging, but with no vision, they decide not to go in on it.
Arcane Vixen and Cody are pushing top. It looks like Lucian should be able to get this bottom tier tower, or bottom outer tier 1 tower. And he's going to back off because they're not exactly sure where Akali and Sejuani have gone. Chance engages onto the Aatrox, does a little bit of damage. Oh, he might be in trouble here. They have the junglers are both in mid lane. Gets a stun, flash burn from Chance. And the top side. Oh my gosh,
he throws out the ultimate. Xayah is gone. Chance escaping in the mid lane with the Playful Trickster. We'll see if he's able to get out as Safety. Wants to continue to chase it in. But Xayah being popped to that top lane, this is that Press R Vigar we've been talking about. He's going to continue to scale, sitting on a 600 gold bounty at the moment. And man, every time his ultimate up, somebody on the side of Pauses Only is dropping.
Yeah, he's got a lot of damage. That's gonna be a problem for them in team fights. We're gonna have to see if Arkin Vixen, Chance, and Alicia Ivana, don't know if I'm saying that right, can get some damage and be 3 threats rather than just 1 right now, honestly, because Arcane Vixen dies so fast before she can get a lot of damage out, and it's really all in Chance to assassinate this backline, specifically the Veigar right now. And if they can get some damage and become 3 threats rather than just Chance on this Fizz.
Otter, don't mind yourself. You're going to disappear for half a second as I apparently have to check out the members list. I said, don't worry about it. You're fine. You're still here. I just got to figure out. Apparently, you can check to see who has been banned, and then from there you can unban people. But I don't know. I'll let someone else speak that. Are you an admin on the Discord?
I am.
Oh, so you can do that. I think Anime may have to give us his Discord name so we can manage to do that. In the meantime, though, the fight is breaking out in that bottom lane. Aatrox is against 2. We'll see if he can make an outplay. He's got no ultimate, so he's going to go down. Fizz picks up the kill. Chance continue to stack up 6-4-0. But the re-engage here from Stanley. They're going to be able to find the Akali. He doesn't even need to press R. Despite having it, he will use it anyway just to make sure that Akali dies. Finds the slow with that Hextech GLP, and Chance is just barely able to get out for the moment. We'll see if the chase continues. Veigar needs 1 Q to take him out. Xin Zhao getting the cooldown for his dash, but Playful Trickster keeps him alive for the moment as we find the re-engage from the Rakan. He's just going to shield his way to safety for the moment. Xin Zhao still re-engaging, flashing forward, using that ult to try to knock somebody back, but won't quite be able to manage it, and so the team is able to get out. Pause is only escaping. Chance with a sliver of health, able to make it out alive. Still, though, they are down that 1,000 gold. Things not looking so good for them as they continue to get pressured in the mid lane. Veigar getting a little bit of chunk damage onto Sejuani. She's getting fairly tanky, though. 1-0-4 has yet to fall so far this game.
Yeah, not feeling so doing a pretty good job. I would like to see if he can get a Glacial Prism when it's back up onto his Veigar. If they can get that and they can one-shot him, he doesn't have his Zhonya's yet, so they could be able to just take him out of the fight at the beginning. So try and get some pressure mid, but force it back off.
Only finds the slow onto Rakan, drops the pain wall, but no one going to be hit by it. I know that Karthus is the wall of pain. Veigar's a little bit different. It's Event Horizon. That's such a that explains
Event
so much
Horizon,
about
really?
Yeah, that is one of those skill names that gives you absolutely zero context for what the heck it does.
Why is it called Event Horizon?
Event Horizon. Drops the Event Horizon. It's an event. And it might be on the horizon, except that it's absolutely not. It's a circle in the middle of the map that stuns people.
That is awful. I didn't know it was called Event Horizon. I should just... Okay.
Well, it's also
I just call it
like
the box anyway.
Rakan's ultimate is quickness. Okay, it speeds him up a little bit, but outside of that, it does no explanation for what it does. I love it, though. Riot's about 50-50 on whether or not the skill explains what it does.
Yeah. Huh.
Event Horizon is the edge of the black hole. Hey, Mr. Tiger coming in with the details.
Oh.
I do know that. It's a point you can never escape, so you get stunned. Oh, so it's kind of like a black hole in the middle, except that if you're in the middle, you're actually safe. It's only the edges that's problematic.
Huh.
Well, he drops the
Tiger,
Event Horizon around a control ward. Not going to do that much, as Pauses only wants to pick up the Wind Drake, and they will be able to get it as safety. Finds a re-engage onto Cody. He's hopped over the wall, and will be able to get out alive. So good repositioning by Pauses only. And again, we talked at the beginning of the game about their 5-man core team. It has a pretty good chance at sustaining through team fights. It's those skirmishes that Athena continues to win.
That's actually really interesting. I had no idea.
I know the name now that he says that. My brain's like, oh yeah, you should have done that. But my brain was in League mode, not like Logic mode. Not that the two are totally different, but that's why I play a support, so I don't have to think. I just mash buttons and my team wins the game for me. It's a genius plan, guys. If you're losing games, just play support Nami, throw heals, win the game. It's very easy. Movie Interstellar. Yeah, that's right. They had so much good information. That movie was, while a couple people that I know said that it was excruciatingly slow, it was still a good movie. Still a good movie. All right, well, at this point, 10 kills to 12. 3,000 gold lead for Athena, and continue to slowly stack. They've brought the game back. I think they were about 2,000 gold behind at one point, and have taken over the lead, but a lot of that's on the back of this Veigar. If he's caught out, it could spell trouble for the team overall. They're looking to bait somebody in around the Baron. They find the Dark Binding of Rakan, and he's going to be able to shield to safety. Not the target they want, as he is a very mobile champion.
I was actually looking at the goal graph. So the top half of the map... Oh, they start up Baron.
Yeah.
They chunked down Cody J, and now they're just going for Baron. They don't have... Posizoli doesn't have any vision of this, I don't believe.
This is kind of a dangerous
They're gonna check it
move.
now, though.
The enemy team still
Now
has
they know
a
they're on
jungler
it.
Sejuani, but she's coming out of the base. The Baron's about half. They're not taking it down quite as fast as they probably would like. The Xayah and Akali over to the top side as Stanley's trying to push them off of the Baron. It's slowly getting down. Rakan flashes over the wall. His quickness is going to be able to lock up. Sejuani ultimate in as well. This is the massive team fight for Pauses Only, but Stanley's already taken out the Akali. That is one of the damage dealers for Pauses Only that is down.
Yes.
Everyone on the side of Athena is still living with a sliver of health. Kamari has picked up the Sejuani. They don't have their jungler anymore. And Fizz is still able to get the Aatrox. Baron has gone down. Baron is still alive. Chance lives as well. In the end, a 3-for-2, still favoring Team Athena though.
Even though it was a 3-for-2, that was a pretty good team fight, like ending for Team Pauses Only. They managed to get 2 people alive. Chance lived with a sliver of HP, and they stopped them from doing Baron, and Chance picked up 2 kills on the way out. But man, that was
one of
close.
the big things about that was that the gold has once again come back a little bit closer down to the 3K, as Pauses Only picked up 2 shutdowns on the Aatrox and the Xin Zhao. Both of those bounties have been picked up. Veigar still sitting at 950. He's worth a butt ton of gold if you can be able to take him out. But with that shutdown gold, it's bringing Pauses Only back into the game. And most importantly, they kept Athena from taking out Baron despite it being, I think at one point, at 1,000 health.
3? Was that 1,000? I know it got down to 2, but I'm not sure if it went off that. I think Cody J got the charm and triple knockup onto 3 members that were still taking it.
So focus on it. Either way, the Baron's still out of anybody's hands. The mid lane turret down to about a quarter. Team Athena wanting to defend, and they've been able to do a pretty good job of keeping the rest of their turrets alive. Pauses Only, Akali not doing that well on the split push. They've got Aatrox split pushing for themselves.
So they might find Cody J here. Gets a slow and the stun.
Yeah,
he's dropped half HP, even lower, down to just under half.
He's got so many escape mechanics with that dash and knockup, which I should know the name because I actually play Rakan Grand Entrance, as well as his shield. So once again, he's a great champion for being able to kind of look around a little bit as long as he doesn't get chain CC'd. You go Event Horizon into a Morgana Dark Binding, there's not much that will save you. There's still 4 members of Team Athena hanging around the Baron. Teleport up for this Aatrox, so he could teleport into a big fight if they decide they really want to rush this Baron. Instead, they're going to make a play onto Chance and Arcane Vixen.
I'd like the choice to split with this Aatrox. They don't really have anywhere that can stop him. Akali can kind of do her best to push the wave, clear the wave, and push him back, but she's not going to win that 1v1 against this Aatrox, who's gotten quite tanky. Akali doesn't have enough damage. Rakan's in the bot lane, though.
Yeah, Rakan trying to make it engage. The chains may go down. Pulls Akali back. That's what they needed. She is in the shroud, but yeah, it doesn't matter though.
Aatrox comes out.
Use the ultimate, and so it will cause Pauses Only to disengage. But without getting that kill, Aatrox could just continue to move in. All right, he's going to back away, not wanting to give his life over, as Rakan's going to try to rejoin the team around the Baron, and the dance continues.
Yeah, they forced a World Ender out of him, so he doesn't want to push up in case something like that happens again, and then he doesn't have that ulti as safety. In the meantime, I do like what Athena's been doing, keeping I keep forgetting team names. Pauses Only from getting vision around Baron, forcing him to kind of face check into this area without having vision. I want to see if they try and set something up in one of these bushes, maybe catch somebody out, and then force Baron or force push, or our team fires what they decide to do off that pick. Ocean Drake is up. Both teams have a Cloud Drake. We'll see what decides to do. I think the focal point for both teams now is this Baron, as Athena have complete control over this side. Well, you see, Paz only has 2 wards, one by their red, and then one in the river bush. next mid lane.
Actually where I think that Athena just needs to pull the trigger. They've been delaying and delaying and delaying and delaying, and as the later stages of the game goes, Fizz is going to have more opportunities to make some out plays. You're going to have a Kali who actually gets back into the game, and right now you have a pretty significant advantage with your stack to Vigar, and you need to make a move with it. They are making a move onto the Ocean Drake, so they're going to be able to pick that up. But
and they forced...
Go ahead.
He just forced Featherstorm out of Xayah too, so her safety net is gone for the next team fight. They can get one soon. Anyway, continue.
I think that it's one of the things that they need to start up the Baron, even if they just break off to actually try to fight pauses only when they show up, or try to burn it down. Either way, you need to actually lose the advantages that you've been gaining and do something with it, because the gold lead continues to slowly get less and less impactful and smaller, as pauses only at one point was already catching up to about 2,000 gold deficit.
Good binding on
Sejuani out. But again, that knock-up not going to mean that much. She is fairly tanky, so she's able to walk away for now. The 1v1 in the bottom lane continues. The bottom lane second-tier turret close to falling. Paz is only backing away from the mid lane. This is an opportunity for Athena to go to Baron if they want to.
Oh, his flash forward from Coop doesn't land the bind. Or he didn't land the binding. What a chance.
Yeah, Playful Trickster gets him out, but Cody J going to be hit with that Ignite. That's a lot of spells burn on the side of Athena. Coop using the flash and the Ignite from Stanley. So this is actually, again, giving pauses only an opportunity to re-heal and then try to fight around the Baron with all the spells that are down from Team Athena.
They're going to start up the Baron. I think pauses only knows this is going down. And the bottom lane Aatrox doing a good job splitting. Gets a tower and gets some damage onto Kali. Lands the W, might have to go on that chance. And they're going to try and engage here. Oh my goodness, Chance just deletes Lucian and deletes Vagar! Gets his Zonya off while the Eternal Chains come down. They're going to finish off a Xin Zhao, and Chance is going to follow up onto Coop. What a great team fight!
He's got no mana, but he doesn't care.
And he does the damage!
Just auto-attacks the Morgana.
He did flash into the wall, too.
The 4 members wiped. Aatrox, the only one left alive, and I don't think he's going to be available to take out the Baron, which means pauses only should be able to take Baron, and for the first time in a very long time, get back into this game. Gold is even. Aatrox, are you actually going to try to fight this?
He has World Ender. He might go for it.
He's got no mana. Cody J going to miss the knock-up, so Cammy decides to back away, give over the Baron, and pauses only steps into the lead. Eventually, they'll get this Baron down. At one point. One day.
But there's a lot of gold on a lot of the champions of pauses only too. Xayah sitting on almost 3k. 3k now. Fizz sitting on 3k. Sejuani sitting on 2,400. That's going to be a great back for them. Get a lot of items and a lot of damage coming out for both Fizz, more damage for Fizz, and on the side to Xayah.
Mighty Baron dies of old age. Yeah, it takes so long to clean him up, and a part of that did have to do with Akali not being there for the initial side of it, but at the same time, this Xayah has been starved of gold for most of the game. If you look at her farm, 168 to the 218 of that Lucian. She has completed, finally, 3 items, so will start to be a bit more impactful when it comes to these team fights and damage dealing. But a lot of that damage so far has really just been this Fizz. Chance really carrying his team 11-4-0.
If they can find another team fight like they did, not feeling so ooh, and Cody Gay did a really good job of keeping Xin and keeping mostly their front line that they have from helping their back line, and Chance just got some free roam. Oh, Cody flashed forward.
Lucian not going to be effective, not even clear much of the minion wave. They've been tanked up a bit more, they've got more help, and with that Baron empowerment, they're going to be a little bit harder to kill. So, pauses only just takes that one mid lane turret. I actually think that was a really poor choice. They could have kept pushing it in and started to siege onto the second tier turret. Instead, they decided to back away. There is a Drake spawning, some Mountain Drake, in about a minute. Interesting choice.
I'm interested to see if I think the next team fight's really going to dictate how this game goes. They have now almost a 2,000 gold lead over Team Athena, and it's really up deciding if Chance can one-shot the Lucian and Vagar. If he can take those two out of the fight, the fight's basically over. Pauses only should be able to clean the rest of them up. If he doesn't get the one shot onto at least one of them, then it could really just turn into a Team Athena, especially if this Veigar's alive.
Safety picks up the blue buff. I think that would be a little bit more impactful on a Veigar, but you know, junglers got to be junglers and take everything. There's a pretty good grouping by pauses only towards that bottom side, waiting around to try to pick up the Mountain Drake, make it easier to take out these turrets and maybe the next Baron. Athena's got 4 down here ready to respond, though Aatrox does recall. Seems like they're less likely to actually fight.
He's gonna try and split top. He has TP available. They might try and go for it. He's gonna try and split top and force a call it a match. Even though, but the lane's already pushed up, so they're just gonna take Dragon. Oh, TP comes out from Aatrox.
Been split up. Aatrox TPing in. Chances
to
engage upon. He goes in super deep, but he's going to be dropped. The heal, though, keeps got this bat alive. So that is going to be a double kill over to the Veigar. And now Cody J could be dropped as well. The root comes down on Sejuani. She's trying to tank up, but I don't know that that's going to be enough. And Aatrox flashes in.
Oh,
the double stun. Triple kill for the Veigar. Is it going to be the Quadra? Oh my goodness. Team Athena is wrecking pauses only. Not feeling so woo. Trying to get the slow. Might be able to escape with the blast. No way! Gets over the wall! Veigar is still chasing this Sejuani, but there's 2 members onto the mid lane inhibitor turret. They're going to be able to knock it down the inhibitor as well. This could be the end by Team Athena if they decide to just shove it in super hard. Veigar is still chasing Sejuani all over the jungle. Inhibitor's going to drop.
They're going to get the inhib though. They're going to get them and rotate back over to Dragon. Sejuani made it out alive, running away from the Veigar.
That blast code, I thought for sure when Xin Zhao dashed in that was going to be the end, but Sejuani had just enough health to survive it, and then the blast cone sent them 2 different directions over the wall. The Mountain Drake now going to be Team Athena's. They won the fight, and they're going to take Drake, feeling good about it. That's their 3rd Drake of the game. They've pulled themselves back into a 2,000 gold lead, and even though the teamfight positioning, to me, seemed to favor pauses only with that grouping of 5, because Chance, that main head for pauses only, went in, and he went down, the fight completely changed.
Yeah, like I said, if Chance doesn't get the kill on the Veigar or Lucian, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Veigar still doesn't have a Zhonya, so if I would like to see Chance go after Veigar and try and just pop him before he can get any damage out. As you saw in that last fight, he almost had a quadra kill, got a triple kill, doing massive amounts of damage to the team of pauses only. Cody J gonna fight, get bound.
He gets pulled back with those chains, decides to disengage. Aatrox, that's one of those times that, you know, in solo queue, people would just go in. But Aatrox wisely pulls back because he can still get bursted down, especially if Chance dumps all of his damage onto them. He is basically almost at full items. His Dark Seal a little bit low. Whoa, Xayah using the ultimate very early. I don't know if it's going to be enough because the World Ender is out from the Aatrox and he's tanking up everybody. Calling from the Lucian, going to do the best that he can, but the Redemption comes down. Got this badge, goes golden. In the meantime, Sejuani has fallen. The front line is down. Arcane Vixen's going to get snared up. The Event Horizon going to expel the doom of the Xayah. Chance on the run, trying to outplay the Aatrox. Tips a hat to him before using the Playful Trickster. Can he get the shutdown? He does! Aatrox falls, and Chance is able to at least take 1 down from the side of Team Athena. Now has to recall to save his Nexus.
Chance was on their front line for most of that fight, not able to get to the Veigar or the Lucian. Cody's gonna take a lot of damage.
19 kills to 19, 3,000 gold lead. Chance throws the ultimate. It's hit Morgana. She flashes, but Kush goes down. What the damage? Chance using Playful Trickster will fall, but he set things up for his team.
My goodness.
Can Rakan do this? He's the only one left alive. Sejuani up in 6, but this still might be the end. Cody trying to delay the inevitable. The second Nexus turret falls. He flashes for the moment, trying to get out of the Event Horizon. Sejuani walks right into it. The Xin Zhao is so close to death, but won't go down before the end of the game.
Wow.
Athena turns it around and comes out victorious at the very end of it all.
Wow, that Veigar just putting his team on his back in team fights, doing insane amounts of damage. Even though Chance on that Fizz also did crazy amounts of damage. Man, that was a really close game in the end. Both mid laners were doing work for both of their teams.
All right, well, let's go ahead and roll through the styrofoam towers. And because of the changes, especially as we were pushing that 40-minute mark, we were getting so close to really just super squishy turrets later and later stages of the game, which I kind of like because it decreases the length of time of the game a little bit. But both games so far, Game 1 and Game 2, have been fairly back and forth tonight, which has been pretty fantastic to watch. Let's run through honorable mentions and MVPs before we get too much further. Go ahead, Otter, with the losing team.
For the losing team, honorable mention I'm going to give to... Let's give it to Not Feeling So Ooh on the Sejuani. Had some good counter ganks, good ganks early. It's good plays. Team fights, chances getting MVP. Most damage in the game. Most damage on his team. Doing crazy amounts of damage in team fights. Won that one team fight by Baron, which got them that Baron and a little bit of gold lead there. Good play from Chance.
All right, for the side of Team Athena, honorable mention going to go over to. Well, it also might be me if you're a little bit out of position.
I'm not. It's not out of position. It just like gets the pixels just disappear and it turns gray.
The pixels disappear. Too OP.
As you can see, it's still there in the corner. I don't know what it is.
Oh, I know. No, that's actually on me. I'll fix that during the break. Okay. Honorable mention is going to go over to. I'm actually going to give honorable mention to Kaminari for putting a lot of pressure on the side lanes and still being able to teleport in when it really mattered. And even towards the end fight, he actually drew Chance away from the rest of the team. Said, you're the most strong person. I'm going to bait you over towards the Baron. I'll 1v1 you even if it means that I die. And the rest of my team will handle everyone else that doesn't have the gold, doesn't have the items to actually 4v4 appropriately. Especially with Stanley, who can just absolutely wreck face. And so those kinds of mental plays from Kaminari, I'm going to assume was completely purposeful and really, really, really did well. Stanley, of course, has the most number of kills, but gets MVP for really good Event Horizon stuns and being able to position well in fights. One of those things with Veigar is those Qs are kind of hard to be able to hit onto two targets, and consistently Stanley was able to just output massive amounts of damage. I'm sure if we check the graph in just a second, it's going to be off the charts. But overall, good play from both teams, and really I got to give credit to just everyone for making a super exciting game. And of course I click out of the stats when I want to look at the graph. There it is. Veigar 26,000 damage, Fizz 29,000 damage. Which team could carry harder? The Veigar one. In the end, press R, win game. All right, guys, we are about to get into our third game of the night. I think we're going to go to like 4 or 5 games tonight. It's pretty crazy, and I'm absolutely hyped as heck to do it. Game 3 is going to be Team Discount Harvard versus Team ACP. So stick around. We'll be right back with both of those teams. And don't forget, Team Athena was from Aspire. If you're interested in tournaments or other league groups, Aspire does some pretty fantastic stuff. Check them out. The man to hit up is Got This Bad. Friend him, message him on League, or find him on Discord, and hit him up if you're interested in joining Aspire. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with game number 3.